My second book, which is West of Jesus, which is sort of of the story of trying to figure out what this is, what happened was, have you ever met a guy named Andrew Newberg, Dr. Andrew Newberg?
No.
So he was at the University of Pennsylvania, and now he's at Jefferson University, but he was at the University of Pennsylvania, and he was doing brain imaging of Tibetan Buddhist and Franciscan nuns, and he was studying cosmic unity, which is the feeling of becoming one with everything, and he wanted to know the hell causes that. And what he discovered is that there's a portion of the brain called the right parietal lobe, right near the temporal parietal junction, that causes out-of-body experiences. This is the portion of the brain that helps us separate self from other. So if you have a stroke or brain damage to this region, you have a difficult time sitting down in a chair because you're not quite sure where does my leg end and the chair begin. It's part of the brain that helps us like walk through a crowded room without bumping into people, right? But under extreme concentration, this portion of the brain gets really, really quiet. It becomes hypofrontal, even though it's not in the frontal cortex, but it shuts down the same way. And when it shuts down, we lose the ability to separate self from other, and the brain decides, it has to decide at this particular moment you're one with everything, because it can't, there's no more boundary to self. Self is infinite. And that experience is really common in flow. It was happening to me in the waves. I was like, oh my God, I'm one with the ocean. What the hell is that? What's going on? And so I stumbled upon Dr. Newberg's research, and I called him up and I was like, hey, I know this is a weird question, but like surfing, these action sports where people are having these oneness, unity experiences, there's a tremendous amount of focus, right? Could it be that the same amount of focus you need to ride a wave is similar to what, these nuns, and we did some work together, and we concluded that the answer was yes. That is exactly what was going on, and the light bulb went off. That was to me, that was the eureka moment where I was like, oh my God, wait a minute, there's neurobiology here, right? And this is this thing called flow, and it explains these quasi-mystical experiences I was having, and I was all excited because I'm a science geek, and mechanism is super, what I mean? Oh my God, here's these crazy things that nobody can explain, and we're actually starting to figure out how they work. It was an amazing time.